A year ago we lost our daughter. A year ago today. And in this video we're going to tell you about the last year. That's coming up right now. Hi, I'm Todd from Sniping, Rhino Ranch. In today's video, we're going to talk about the last year. You see, a year ago today, we lost our daughter. And while I'm not really sure how long this video is going to be or where I'm even going with it, we felt we should put a video out this week about what we've gone through the last year. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our homestead related videos. While you're at it, go check out our video about our first Christmas after losing our daughter. We talk a little bit about her in there. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm sitting up here on the bluffs overlooking our creek. And my daughter never actually got to live out here. She never came out here. And this is kind of Kayla's cliffs, we call them. She liked to get up on top of buildings or up on the roofs and just be on high places. And we used to tell her about this place, and she never got a chance to check out the beauty and just the silence of it all. And that can be heartbreaking sometimes, especially when it's a year ago today that she took her own life. And we're not going to go too much into suicide and stuff like that. Although, if you're contemplating suicide, if you're struggling with depression, please go talk to someone, whether it's a friend, a counselor, or calling the suicide hotline. Suicide doesn't take the pain away, it just transfers it. And I'll tell you what, the last year's been tough. We loved Kayla, we still love Kayla, and we miss her every day. And there's been some ups and downs. There was a lot of things, though, that kind of helped us over the last year. I did a lot of counseling. I was a pastor for a couple years after I got out of the military, before we started doing what we do now. And so, understanding the emotional roller coaster that comes with losing a child, we weren't taken off guard. We knew that we were going to have highs, we're going to have lows, we're going to have time where we're angry at her, when we're struggling with guilt of why didn't we do this or why didn't we do that, struggling with times of depression and hopelessness. And so knowing that it was coming and knowing that you really can't control that's just a natural part of the grief process, helped us be ready for it when it happened. You know, even when it comes to marriage, a lot of spouses end up getting divorced after they lose a child, and I still remember hours after we found out, sitting in our bedroom with Jessica and talking about the fact that, hey, this is going to be tough on our marriage, and we need to make sure that our marriage isn't a casualty of this event as well. And so we've worked on that. When she died, we end up going home. We had the funeral. And after the funeral, it can be pretty tough. You go from there's a whole bunch of people there to life goes on. People are doing your own thing, and you're walking around like, does anybody even know that we just lost a child? And for a long time, we were just stuck in this rut of, I've got no motivation to do anything. One of our children actually had to go do some counseling that they were struggling, and so we did that, and we got through that together. And one of the things is we were working out pretty much every day, and for about 3 months we had no motivation to do anything. I'd wake up and I'd just be like, I've got to do all this stuff. And I couldn't bring myself to do it. In fact, one of the things that helped me and my family get through that was starting this YouTube channel. January 1st was our kickoff. We posted some videos in December just so there was some videos on there, but it gave us something to come together on and do, something to keep us busy. But it was about 6 months before I started working out again. I think it was end of April that we started working out again. And in fact, you know, like someone who just had their boyfriend or girlfriend break up with them, I think I gained like 15 pounds just because no motivation to do anything. So we were able to get through that, and we're still working on our physical fitness level. Is not what it was a year ago, but it's a lot better now. Another thing that I think helped us out in some ways is that our daughter didn't live here. She had never been out here. I mean, she was planning on it, but it didn't happen. And so we didn't have to deal with what a lot of parents have to deal with of an empty bedroom or an empty seat. We don't walk around the property and go, hey, this is where Kayla did that. We don't walk around and go, this is where Kayla's room was. You know, we didn't have to make a decision of, do we turn their room into a shrine or do we pack everything up? And so that definitely made it a lot easier. And then there was a lot of people who helped us out. They called us. We had some of our friends actually come down here and spend Christmas with us, so we didn't have to spend that first Christmas without her alone. And that was much appreciated. I mean, they drove 14 hours one way, spent pretty much 2 days here, and then drove 14 hours back and hit a blizzard before they got home. And that, I'll tell you what, was an amazing help for us. And even in the week leading up to today, the 1 year anniversary, we've had people reaching out to us asking how we're doing, because while we have come to grips with the loss, the last week has been tough. It's you're helpless, and you don't know why. You're irritated and you're frustrated, and you don't know why. And we kind of talked about it and came to the conclusion, hey, it's because this anniversary is coming up that we're having those issues. And I think talking about it and being open about the loss of our child, being open about the feelings we have, whether, hey, I'm angry and I don't know why, I'm guilty and I don't know why, I'm depressed and I don't know why. We didn't try to put that in a hurt locker, if you will, where we bottled up our feelings. We spoke about it, especially with the whole suicide thing. I mean, it's an epidemic that's, you know, just raging through our country right now, and other countries as well. And so many times you read an obituary and it says something, you know, so-and-so died suddenly or unexpectedly at home, and no one wants to talk about it. And we decided that we were going to be open about it. We want people to know. In fact, several people have been impacted by her story. So even in her death, it has made a world of difference in other people's lives. And I know of at least 2 people who are alive today because we shared that story, and it caused them to open up that they were contemplating suicide and had plans to do it. And so all those things, the support of our friends, being open about it, and then filling our life, being intentional, fill our life with something that forces us to go on. We got a lot of animals this year, things we've never had before, and you know, that keeps you busy. Death is a terrible thing, and everybody will go through losing a loved one. A sudden death of a 19-year-old beautiful young woman is not expected, and no one expects to bury their child. But we don't get to choose the trials and tribulations that we get to go through. We just have to figure out how to get through it, how to make it make a difference, and how to give their life meaning after they're gone. And so I don't know if I've really said anything, but we just wanted to talk about it. So again, if you're struggling, get some help, please. It can seem like life is so overwhelming, but you are important, you are special, and the world would be a darker place without you. Talk to friends, talk to family, or call the suicide hotline number. We'll have that number in the description of this video. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I really encourage you to check out our video about our first Christmas without our daughter and see some of the things that we talk about in that. This is Todd from Sniping Rhino Ranch. Have a great day.